Let's head down to Tasmania. Hawthorn took on Fremantle and a really good game of football. It was hard fought, but eventually the Hawks ground them out.
They did, and they're hard to beat down in Tassie. They've been that way for a long time. They went down to GMHBA Stadium last week against Geelong, and Geelong were too good there. But the home ground advantage the Hawks get down here, especially a team that has to travel from the west or from up north. And Freo are in the top four at a stage. Luke Bruce, beautiful snap. And then Brayshaw gets in front a minute later, but then the Hawks respond again, and we'll have Will Day on later. But I thought they were fantastic. The decision to move Sicily forward at the end, he kicks 3 goals. You want your best players involved in the game. And the Hawks did a brilliant job. And this one, Nick Watson, he's been copping a lot of flack. He's got a heap of talent. He's going to be an absolute star of the competition. He's got the ice in the veins here, and he seals the win. What an awesome game.
Yeah, they're so good to watch. The way that they're playing, they've really turned their stoppage stuff around. We'll speak to Will about that shortly. But the big move was Sicily, he was a liability. I think even in his own words, he said he was a liability early with that shoulder. Should he have played or not? At this stage, you're going, well, why does he put his hand up to play when he just couldn't compete? So he's down back, not impacting, not coming across as the loose like he can do, missing tackles there, and you can see the grimace on his face. So Sam Mitchell says, all right, enough of that. I've seen enough. I'm going to send you forward with immediate impact. So credit to James for being able to stay in the game when he was being so poor, and to Sam for flicking the magnets around. Of course, he does it with Weddle, he does it with Hardwick, and then he did it with great effect to Sicily yesterday, who in the end kicks 3 in a very even performance. Like their highest disposal winner was 24 for the Hawks yesterday. That was the match-winning move.
OK, it was a great win. Next week is massive. So they played Collingwood in the Saturday twilight slot. Can they play finals? Because their run home, let's have a look at it. Collingwood, then they play Adelaide away, GWS away. So it's not easy. Then they play Carlton if they're within striking distance, Richmond and North Melbourne at the end.
I love this game coming up.
Yeah.
Because it's Saturday twilight.
Yep.
That's almost a marquee slot now against Collingwood.
Yep.
They've been absolutely shafted with their draw. The AFL has done them dirty on the draw. They play daytime games, they play Sundays, they play off Broadway. This is on Broadway, Saturday twilight. They did the same against Dustin Martin in his 300th. It was a big stage, big crowd, and they responded. So I'm really looking forward to see how they approach this. And this will end Collingwood's season if they can win.
They embraced the Dustin Martin occasion, didn't they? As much as Richmond did itself, and took it on and won. I'd imagine they will set themselves for this game like no other they've had this year.
Could be without D'Ambrosio.
Yeah, I think so, Brownie. He was subbed out of the game for an injury that was sustained in the first half. He came back on in the third quarter. It's an ankle concern. He was, then subbed out in the third quarter, and Morrison came on. But worries for him because he's been a really good player for what they've been doing.
More with Will Day and Josh Weddle later on in the program. Josh Weddle and Will Day will also be on the handle list. Welcome back to the Sunday Footy Show. Well, the Hawks, they got the job done yesterday against Fremantle down in Tasmania. They left it late. Sicily went forward. He kicked 3. Bruce kicked 2, a very important one. Kalshadir, he's carving out some nice work for himself. Warple Day, aim on Brayshaw, Sarong. It was a low possession count yesterday, Kane, but the Hawks, they got it done.
Yeah, nicely done, Brownie. They did. And one of their stars, their absolute stars of the competition is Will Day. He joins us at the desk. Will, thanks for stopping by.
No, thanks for having me, boys.
Tell us about the game, because it was a tough, contested, high tackle game, and no one was really breaking free until the last quarter, and you did kick 5 to 1 goals in the last quarter and broke things away.
Yeah, it was definitely a slog. We've had a few games like that this year where the game hasn't really been on our terms for most of it, but yeah, I've been pleased that we can find a way to win those, and I feel like last year we had a lot of those opportunities, but we just couldn't get the job done.
How much do you work on the close games? Because I feel like, just from memory, there's been 3 or 4 tight ones that you've come out on the right side of it, and how well drilled are you and the work that you do in these scenarios at practice?
Yeah, it's been a lot more this year. I think the first few years of Sam's coaching, he really wanted to just nail the basics, and the rest will follow. So I think we're at a point now where we can finally work on those situations, and it's coming to fruition now.
You look like you're having a lot of fun as a team. After every game, I see was it the GoPro or something? Everyone's posing for photos. You look like having a lot of fun. Do you guys, at this stage, see yourselves as like a team that's just having fun, winning 6 and 7, getting on a roll, or a team that you think should be playing finals this year?
Yeah, I think it's somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
I think at the start of this year we couldn't really have a lot of fun because the season didn't start the way we wanted it to. But now that we are winning, I feel like you've got to make the most of it and really express that joy. But Sam's also good at keeping a lid on it and staying focused from week to week.
Well, talk to us about the older guys. You got Luke Bruce there, Jack Gunston, you got him back from Brisbane, and there's been a lot of talk about Jack and his influence on those forwards. Can you fill us in a little bit on that?
Yeah, he's been awesome since he's come back. I think Kelsher openly owes a lot of his development to Gunners, and the amount of work he's done with him, not only on the field but in the vision room, and just showing him all his tips and tricks. It's been awesome, and it's been a very different Jack Gunston to before he left, which has been
Explain.
I think before he left he was still just focusing on himself, which every footballer has the right to, but since he's come back it's just been everyone else, which has been awesome.
Well, we'll take a look at your highlights from yesterday. And as you do, please take us back to what happened off-season. You won the best and fairest last year, had the foot injury to start the year. You missed those first losses that the club accumulated in the first 5 weeks. And then you've now come back, had 11 matches, and you've won 8 of, or been involved in 8 wins from those 11 matches. It's been a whirlwind for you personally, even what's happened since last year.
Yeah, I think coming off the year I had last year and then to get that injury in the pre-season was pretty frustrating, and I'd put a pretty good block of work together, probably the best I've had since I've been at the club. So yeah, to have that injury was pretty frustrating, but to come back in and just play well, and that's what I wanted to do. I just wanted to come back and have a good presence within the group, and I think even when we were losing, we didn't lose that belief or trust that we had. We just knew that we needed to stick at it, and we stuck to the process, and it's finally come out the other side.
The man sitting next to you has won 4 premierships at 2 clubs, played with some great players. He turned to me before and said, pound for pound, one of the toughest players he's ever played with. How does that sort of thing sit with you?
Oh yeah, it's flattering to hear. It's something I pride myself on, and growing up I've always been sort of the skinnier guy coming through, so I think all through juniors I had to go a bit harder than the other guys to stay at the level of others. So to come in, I really pride myself on my toughness, and the attacking stuff's all fun, but I really love that tough stuff.
And we've got some James Sicily highlights coming up here where he went forward, and I love the move. I love that Mitch was willing to pull the trigger, throw him forward. He started as a forward, but his influence now as a captain.
Yeah, he's been awesome. The game he had yesterday, I think he went to Sam and said he wanted to go forward, and the fact that he can go forward and have an impact for us. He's had a few games now where he goes forward and has an instant impact. So, he's just does anything for the team and drags us over the line.
Yeah, it was huge yesterday. It was a great move. I wanted to speak to you about the midfield because you're the leader of the midfield, and I got some clips here because a number of these are when Fremantle win first possession, the role of the high half forward's coming up. So that's Bruce there to force that turnover. Ward comes back on the side, but your ability to challenge the tackle, you do it really well. Newcombe does it well. Warple's having an enormous year, and then the youngsters with their run provide that and get a deep entry. How much work goes into this? And the next clip is a good one as well, where they actually win first possession. Your pressure in this game is elite. You turn it over and you go back and score. But just take us through a couple of these clips.
Yeah, I think the biggest reason for our turnaround this year has been our pressure, and we know that when we are a high pressure team, we can match it with anyone. So we have, us midfielders, we have a saying, make or break tackles. So we want to be the best at making, but also breaking tackles. And we know if we can drag one of their players in, break a tackle, we get an overlap and an outnumber, which really helps us going forward.
That's as good as you'll see from Lloyd Meek to Newcombe there. Let's take a look at the votes yesterday because it was a really even performance. I didn't think there was one standout player. I thought Young was excellent for Freo. He had a number of score assists, 5 direct ones. Meek was terrific in the ruck, yourself and Newcombe are the 2 best midfielders for the Hawks, I thought.
Nice work, Kane. Will, you're going to stick around. We appreciate you coming in, but you got the handball later on with Josh Weddle. How do you think you're going to go?
Yeah, I think he's been having a bit of practice. He's been a bit nervous, so we'll see how we go.
And unprecedented by you, Kane, bringing your own stoppage analysis and saying it was great analysis. This clip's really good. Well done.
It was great. It was great of them. Really. The analysis wasn't great. What they produced was great.
Lord, welcome back to the Sunday Footy Show. Time for everybody's favourite segment, Louis' Handball, and a couple of superstar Hawks are joining us. Well, Dave, we've already spoken to you, but welcome back. And Josh Weddle, a young star from the Hawks. Congratulations on the big win yesterday.
Yeah, it was a good win, especially over a top 4 side. So, it was good to get it back on the winning table.
You play a little bit of everywhere at the moment on the key forwards of the competition. Forward yesterday, you played on the wing at half-back. Tell us about your journey.
Yeah, it's been an interesting one and been enjoyable as well. So, went forward yesterday and lucky enough to kick a snag as well, so that was good. And then even had a ruck contest, so that was a bit of fun.
Josh, some players struggle and don't like being thrown from end to end. How do you feel about it?
It was a bit of a learning curve at the start, but I think I'm handling it a little bit better now. So, just taking it as a sort of you know, as a journey step. So yeah.
What's he like, Will? They tell me he's an amazing athlete, burns up the track.
Yeah, I think pre-season I don't get to see much of him because he's right at the front. But yeah, he's just a freak athlete, and his work ethic as well doesn't go unnoticed around the club. So yeah, we love having someone that's just happy to play anywhere, and yeah, he's been great for us.
Josh, Will's probably too modest to say this, but he missed those early season losses, and since he's come back, the whole season's been transformed, hasn't it? The key to the success?
Yeah, he's very good in the midfield. So yeah, the first 5 weeks didn't go as planned, but yeah, when he came back in the midfield, we felt a lot stronger when he was there.
Now, Josh, are you part of that rat pack everyone's talking about or not?
Nah, there's not specific people in that, but I don't think I am, no.
Do they still speak about, is he down at the club or is he long forgotten?
Maybe a little bit.
just have a look at the locker, mate, up the top.
And Josh, you had some time on Jeremy Cameron, and it was a tough day last week. What did you learn from playing on someone like Jezza?
Yeah, there's a lot of learnings out of that. He's obviously very, very successful forward that's been in the game for a while. So, yeah, I'll take a few things out of it and probably, yeah, maybe just be a little bit tougher next time on him.
It was great to see the Wizard kick the winner yesterday. Tell us about him, because we see the theatrics, we see how good he can be. Tell us about the person he is.
Yeah, he's a funny one. He's obviously had his struggles early on, and then yeah, he's finding his little bit of rhythm at the moment. So yeah, when I saw him, he had that shot late in the game. I was like, he's kicking this. This is his moment. So yeah, very happy for him.
That was a good moment for him and the Hawks.
Can I just ask, I coached Connor McDonald at Haileybury. What's going on with the rat tail? Because I haven't got around to ask him. What's behind that, and does he cop it for that rat tail?
A few of the boys are starting to get into him. At the start, when it was small, the boys would let it go, but yeah, it's getting a bit out there now. So we'll see if he falls into the pressure or if he keeps it.
You could have just asked about the rat tail. Did you need to say, I coach Connor? Will, so you're in here for a couple of reasons today. You're going to do the handball, but the Nexus Edge, this is a contraption that you and your dad have come up with. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I won't take too much credit, but Dad's put a few years into this and yeah, had a bit of inspiration. He's always been a part of my coaching and my younger sister's coaching all the way through. So at Auskick, you sort of see on the screen, there's me, mine the Guernsey. But yeah, just running and jumping into the parents' hands, and especially with Emmy, my younger sister, coming through, he wanted to find a bit of a different way for kids to be able to work on their jumping, and marking's a massive part of the game. So yeah, he's come up with this, put a magnet in a ball, and yeah, came up with a Nexus Edge.
And how long's he been working on it for?
Yeah, I reckon it's probably been 2 to 3 years. There's been quite a few variations, and early on it was a bit scratchy, but yeah, it's finally come to a point where, yeah, we're pretty happy with it.
And before we get a demo, you're also an ambassador for My Room.
Yeah, My Room's, I've been working with them for 2 years now, and they're an awesome charity that raises funds for children's cancer. So yeah, we thought it was an awesome opportunity to be able to support them, and yeah, every sale of the Nexus Edge up until grand final week, 10% of the profits will go towards My Room, and yeah, we just think this is a great way to support families, and while also putting a smile on families' faces as well.
Absolutely, and there is the info there, nexusedge.au, Nexus Edge. So 10% of sales between now and obviously our grand final show. We have My Room, and Margaret over there does a great job. So we're going to have a demonstration, and who better to have a demonstration? The young Oscar over here. This is Oscar Conway. Oscar, how are you, mate?
I'm good.
What number you got on your back there?
Number 2.
Number 2. Who's that for? Who?
Oh, I like Mitch Lewis.
Mitch Lewis.
But also Tony Jones is a great number 2.
Oh, that's a good one. Hey, we'll get him on the panel. We'll get you to host next week. That's the funniest thing someone said on here for a long time. All right, so you want to take us through it, Will, how it works?
Yeah, so Kane can control it. You can put it up to the height, whatever you want. And then Oscar really just has a run and jump and gets up and takes a mark.
All right, Oscar, shouts how it's done. Oh, that's a good one. All right, now, because we're going to bring Damo over, because Damo has interviewed a lot of great people, and the last time he did something like this, Warwick Capper actually sat on his back. So we'd like to get Damo over here, and I want you to jump over the back of Damo and take a big hanger. So, all right, Damo, here we go. You ready, Oscar? All right, take a hanger on Damo. Go. Oh! All right, that's the Nexus Edge. Well done. All right, boys, let's get into the handball. 5 handballs on each hand. Let's move the target. And Josh Weddle's up first.
Josh Weddle.
Oh, okay.
7.
Strong start.
Strong start.
17.
That's firm.
7.
24.
7.
Jesus, this is
31.
You want it softer?
No, I like it.
7.
38. That's
Good
a really good start.
Start.
All right, Will.
Was that 4 or 5?
That's 5.
Yep. Let's go.
5.
Will.
7.
12.
7.
19.
A few extras this week.
7.
26.
A few extras this one.
That was 2 hard ones.
7.
And 33. So a 5-point lead to Weddle. Onto the left.
Left.
7.
45.
7.
52.
Looks awkward.
7.
59.
Good hands, Lordo.
7.
66. Lickety clicked.
7.
That's as good a handball as we've seen. 73 is a very good score.
They were the firmest handballs ever, Brendan.
7.
Oh, that was nice. 40.
Needs a 10.
7.
47.
Needs a 10.
7.
54.
7.
Oh, 61. And 71. That is high quality. Josh Weddle, 73 to 71. And the prize pack today. So obviously you are going to be in the running at the end of the year. And I think Cooper Sharman's winning at the moment. But let's have a look at the prize pack because the Tempur mattresses are unbelievable. The only mattress recognised by NASA. Jason Nicholas and the team out at Tempur. It is the best bed that you could have. I've got one of these at home. It comes up, it goes down, it goes into 0G mode. And are you both golfers?
I am.
Because the golf package there is absolutely fantastic as well. So the bed and the golf clubs, looking forward to it. Well done today, boys. Thank you for coming in.
Go the Hawks.
Anyone else got anything else? Go the Hawks. Have you been critical about...
Watchable team in the league, the Hawks.
Oh, well done, Kane. Yeah, real positive from you. All right, we're going to get going on a Sunday afternoon. Come back next week. TJ's not going to be here again, so it's going to be a fun day for everybody. All the camera crew, everybody's happy. Go, have a go. We'll see you next week.